in to 𝗥𝗵𝗲 show. We so truly appreciate you. And, you know, 80% is showing up. So we value you being here with us today. So Ria and I, you know, Ria talks about real estate and I talk about mindset. And together, her and I, for those who are not familiar with the show, her and I, we bridge the gap between real estate success and mindset success. Today, I'm going to be leading the conversation, but before I do that, I am going to talk to you today about trusting in the pursuit of the success that you're wanting. But before I do dive in, welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. My name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
And my name is Ria.
Welcome,
and welcome to
our show.
show.
Today's conversation is the pursuit to success. Now, how many people have goals? How many people write goals? First of all, is one thing to have goals, but then there's another thing to write down your goals. So when you have your pursuit to, say, for example, you know, monetary wise, what is your pursuit? What is your desires? What is your goal that you are achieving? Is it 100K? Is it 50K? What is that? What does it look like? Okay, number one, what is the goal amount? Okay, what is the goal amount? And then number two, what? What does that look like? Because, and I'll tell you why, When we have goals, okay, so if your pursuit to your goals is, let's just take for, you know, argument's sake, hypothetically, your goal is 50K. What are those actionable steps that you are doing today? Even in your work, what are your goals? Because even at work, you have goals, you have targets. What are those targets? How are you hitting those targets? What are you doing that is making sure that you are achieving the success? You are in pursuit, you are in aligned to your goals, right? Your goals that you want to, the goals that you want, the goals that you want to accomplish. And it's very easy to say, but you know what? I have a goal, you know, in your work, for example, I have a goal. My target is, say, to, like, if you're on a sales call, your target is to have 10 calls. Okay, if that is your target and that's what you want, that's what you're aiming towards, to say every day you're going to have 10 calls. Okay, so that's in your pursuit to your excellence. That's in your pursuit to success. But success does not come just saying, by just saying. Okay, and that's why a lot of people do misconstrued, because it's not just about saying. And if you recall on the many calls that we've had, I've always said it's about your thoughts, number one. Number two is your feelings, right? And this is how we want to be emotionally connected. So when we are emotionally connected, of how we feel at a subconscious level. So this is always at a subconscious level. And you got to feel, okay, what do you want? And if you're, again, if your goal, if your pursuit to that goal, to achieving, you want to have, you want to have properties. Okay, because we and I, that's what we're doing. We are, we're investors. So if you want to have a property, okay, the goal will be, how many properties do you want by the end of this year, or even looking forward towards 2025? How many properties do you want? What are you going to do? What are you doing currently, if you're not doing? Or what you want to be doing, and what you want to be doing. If you're feeling in alignment with, okay, so I want to have, say, 2 properties by the end of this year. Okay, so what are you doing? How are you achieving? How are you going to go about doing today? So it's not just the wishy-washy when I say to you that I want to talk about the pursuit. Trusting yourself is the most important thing, because if you don't trust yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, right? Number one, you got to trust. You got to trust that you're on the right track. You got to trust that you are achieving the success. Trusting that you will achieve those targets. Okay? And then number 2 is believe, because if you don't believe in yourself, well, realistically, no one else will, because that's very important. It starts with your belief. So I hope that you guys are tracking this, because it is very important that we begin to realize, okay, what is our pursuit to success? What is our greatness? What makes us really level up to what we want? So your desires is one thing, to achieving those desires is another thing. And achieving those desires can only come about if you actually believe that, yes, you can achieve those. So your pursuit to success is very important. And I'm just going to stop it right there, because I know I want you guys to, if you have any questions, to ask me any questions.
Well, the other thing that came into my mind, 𝗥𝗵𝗲, is, reverse engineering what other successful people have done. Now, a lot of times, if we fail to plan our goal for this year, right, then our plan is to actually fail. So it is very important, like you said, to have those goals and then to reverse engineer what we need to do to buy those 2 properties. So, for example, to be granular about, the goal of buying 2 properties this year is, I want to, 1, talk to other people, either investors or to my realtors who have done it. What do they need to do? Number 2, talk to the banker. I want to make sure that I have the money lined up, right, to be able to buy the properties. Number 3 is to do research on the community of where I plan to buy, because it is very important that you have income coming in when you buy those 2 properties. And so you got to know the community, the demographics, the people that's going to rent to you, right? What amount will they be paying to you, and will it cover all the expenses, whether it be electric or gas or lawn mowing or snow or garbage? Those things need to be factored in. So yes, I agree with what you say. The pursuit of success starts with planning, reverse engineering, and then taking the action to get to that 2 goals of buying 2 properties for this year, if that is the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing, Ria. Yeah, absolutely. It's got to, the formulation it's got to start with your mind. As Napoleon Hill says, the mind which conceives and he believes. He didn't say if you can believe. No, he says if you believe, then you will achieve. So you will achieve the pursuit to what you are desiring. And
there's another word there too, conceive, right? It has to be conceived. What you believe and conceive, you will achieve. So it has to come to reality. Not just believing, what you believe and conceive, you will achieve.
That's right. Exactly. And so it's not all about just being that wishy-washy. It's like, oh, you know what, I want XYZ, right? I want. No, you got to say, you got to formulate, you got to put it in your mind first. You got to see that in fruition. You got to see that. The only way to see it in fruition, exactly what we just said, is you have to write it down. You know what are your goals? Write your goals down. When you can visualize pen to paper, and now it's very important. Also, most people may not be familiar with this, but if you write your goals from pen to paper, not on your computer or your mobile device, because that is not energy. Energy only comes about when it's on pen to paper. That's a real energy, not if it's on your work. You write your goals down on your computers, because that's not energy coming back to you. So this is so very important that you write your goals down on pen to paper. You formulate that in your mind, into your subconscious mind, because that's where your emotional, your feeling part of your mind, you're being one with that goal. So if it's 50K a month that you want, whether it's your financial goals, whether it's 50K a month or 100K a month, you got to feel it. And when you feel it, this is now you're going to transpire into the universe, and the universe is now going to conspire to give that to you, to your pursuit, to what you desire. So I hope that this really helps you, because you know what, being on this journey, and how it's just really helped me on my journey, on my pursuit a long time ago now. But it's really, really helpful when you can actually put that in your mind, put it to paper, put it in your mind, in your subconscious mind, because that's where it stays and that's where it delivers to you. So I hope that this really helps you, because you know what, I'm going to come back and revisit this, because it's very, very important that most of you may not be familiar with how do you actually go about doing it. So if you have any questions, that's great. If not, that's okay. I will revisit next time, and then we'll get a deeper dive into it as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being here with us. Rhea and I, we appreciate you and we value you. And thank you always for taking out your time. In the meantime, make the rest of the day the best of your day. And Rhea and I, we will see you on the next show. Take care. Have a great day in the meantime. Bye for now.